Hard, do you listen to the Club 520 podcast, the Jeff Teague show?
I do, yeah.
It's a good one. It's one of my favorites. I figured it'd be one of your favorites.
Yeah, some say, well, a few say I'm the light-skinned B hen.
Okay. I don't hate that. Does that make me Jeff Teague?
No, you're DJ.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff Teague and his brother, Marquise Teague, Marcus Teague. Is
Yeah.
it Marcus?
Yeah, I think it's Marcus. It's spelled Marquise, but I think it's Marcus.
It's spelled Marquise, but it's actually Marcus Teague.
AKA 520 Mook.
Very confusing one. High school me, when Marcus Teague was in high school or was at Kentucky, I called him Marquise Teague his whole career.
Hmm.
So I don't think that's actually correct. And now I'm on camera trying to correct that. Marcus Teague, unless someone tells me otherwise. However, the Teague brothers were on the Club 520 podcast discussing Louisville's win over Kentucky and what they saw. Obviously, Marcus Teague is a Wildcat and is rooting for BBN. Jeff Teague, no ties here, but we know Jeff Teague is going to keep it real. And
He does have ties.
what are his ties?
He is connected to Pat Kelsey somehow.
How?
He's talked about it on his pod before. It's something about in I don't know what it exactly is, but I think he has small ties to Pat Kelsey.
Okay. Well, also, like, his brother went to Kentucky. So
True.
I don't know if I would say there's like allegiance one way or the other from
That's
Jeff.
fair. That's fair. Yeah. That's
Even
fair.
if there was allegiance one way or the other, the point is Jeff is like a I'm a keep it real guy, right?
Facts.
And he's
Always.
very entertaining. So Jeff had some words. Jeff Teague speaking on what he saw with Kentucky. These were his words. He had a lot to say here. I'm sure Kentucky fans will be intrigued by this. Quote, Kentucky, I'm not going to say I don't like them, but they're not fun. They're not. We're looking at this young fella, Michael Brown, and we're like, yeah, I was looking for their young fella. Who's the young guy? Jasper Johnson? I'm looking for him. I don't like watching these 25-year-olds. When you're 25 in college, the league is done. I like to see NBA players at Kentucky. End quote. Now, Jeff Teague is not a Kentucky player, but this certainly feels like it could have been said by a former John Calipari player. He's basically asking for the John Calipari Kentucky back. I want
Mhm.
to see NBA players at Kentucky. I'm not looking for 25-year-olds. And the big thing here, not going to say I don't like them, but they're not fun. Do you think Jeff Teague is right with any of this?
So also, I misspoke, Gregory. You know what his allegiance is?
What is his allegiance?
Ryan Conwell's from Indianapolis, so that's his guy. I
That's
think
his
they
guy.
like train together or something like that. That's the connection here. So that's
Well,
how I
Ryan
think he gets.
Conwell would be closer to his quote unquote 25-year-olds he doesn't like than the guy he was praising in this quote, Michael.
Yeah, Ryan Conwell's 21, so it is what it is. But I do think, and I'll soften the blow a little bit for Kentucky fans here. He's also feels this way about college basketball in general. Speaking on Jeff Teague's, like I'm sick of seeing all these 25-year-olds basically play in college basketball and rounding up a little bit. But I think it's fair to say, like Kentucky isn't necessarily like must see TV. Like Kentucky brand and Kentucky basketball is, but you can also say that, but and also say at the same time, like I'm not really like that excited to watch Brandon Garrison and Mo Diabate and Trent Noah and you know even like a Denzel Abbey to a certain like some of the guys. It's not about like flash and wanting to see these guys necessarily. While on the other hand, you look at Louisville, it's like Michael, it's Ryan. It's like it's more exciting brand of basketball
Okay.
visually to some.
Don't they play the same brand of basketball on paper?
Do they?
Mark Pope's system and Pat Kelsey's system are supposed to.
Doesn't look the same.
Not this year, it doesn't, which is Jeff Teague's point.
Also better. Also like who we talked about it. Who has the better players?
Right, but it's the same. They're both supposed to play
It,
fast, bomb threes.
but here's the and you got to think about like you and I watching Kentucky growing up because
Well, yeah.
unlike because No disrespect to Jimmy Jam, but like he doesn't think we did watch it. We did watch it. It shit. Jeff Teague's brother was in it. It was NBA talent galore
Yeah.
like everywhere. Young guys, old guys, but it was NBA talent everywhere.
Right. Now
It's
he
just not the
listen,
same.
here's here's the thing. We can't like just completely abandon how we feel in the big picture about what Mark Pope is doing at Kentucky because of one loss. And I speak for myself and you, but I also think I am kind of speaking to any Kentucky fans that feel the way Jeff Teague feels on this. Like, I get it. I am aligned with Jeff on the idea, like, I wish this team had more talent. I've been saying that since the summer. But if you were a Kentucky fan or just anyone that observes this Kentucky program, that coming into the Louisville game would have felt like, oh, you know what? It's better for Kentucky if we get some 4-year college players than NBA guys. NBA guys don't translate to wins in March. That was an acceptable premise prior to the Louisville game by probably the majority of BBN. That's why they got rid of the one and done coach and brought in Mark Pope, specifically to do that. And through 1 year, it looks like the correct move, right? We would all say that we think Kentucky as a school and a program is closer to winning a national championship after 1 year of Mark Pope than they were after the final year of John Calipari.
Hmm.
So just because they put up a stinker and lost to Louisville, I don't think you can like abandon that train of thought. I don't have it in me to come on here every time Kentucky loses a game and be like, they need the pros. But I also agree just specifically with this Kentucky team. I guess I'll speak on the one sentence you said. I don't think they're all that fun because I don't think Jalen Lowe is all that fun to watch. He's an
Hmm.
erratic, inefficient shot chucker that doesn't guard, and he's not an NBA player. I don't think anyone else on the team is overly fun to watch, except for Jasper when he gets going, and Jasper was a disaster in this game.
Right. But also that's fine too. Like they don't. This is what they don't want to be fun. Watch. Oh yeah, watch it. Like they don't want to be that. You know what that got them? That got them losses to Oakland and losses to St. Peter's. They don't want to be that. But I can come on here and truthfully say I might think Kentucky would be better than these teams that I'm about to state, but I'm watching Louisville before I watch Kentucky. I'm
Right,
watching Arkansas before I watch Kentucky.
right,
And Kentucky could easily be better than those teams. They could win a title. They could do a lot of things. But this is coming from a standpoint of like it's not like hell yeah. Whoa, Jalen Lowe and Colin Chandler backcourt. Damn, Skippy, clear my schedule. Like it's just not.
right. I mean, look, like Brandon Garrison's playing 22 minutes a game at center right now, and they're supposed to be fun. Now, again, like I don't think you should be upset at Jeff Teague for saying this because I think he's right. But you have to accept the premise that it's not about fun. That's not why we hired Mark Pope. Now, Mark Pope offenses can be fun. Last year's offense was very fun. This year at full strength, I think will be more fun than they were at half strength against Louisville. But inherently, I feel like this is just kind of missing the premise. And in general, listen, I agree with a lot of what he's saying. I don't think it's worth it after every Kentucky loss to start talking about why aren't they fun? Where are the pros? We accepted that this is going to work. We can't abandon it because they
It,
lost one game.
and it's not even. And here's the thing: why are we shifting to like, oh, it's not fun conversations? Let's shift it. Let's shift it. Play better basketball.
Yeah,
Be better. Be better at basketball. Like fun. I don't care. Win. That's what it really is. You want to know? You want to know? What's really fun? Winning.
yeah.
Winning. I don't really care how I win. I will sign my life away on the dotted line right now to win and play the absolute ugliest basketball in the country.
That's what
Do
your
not.
team is trying to do right now.
I'm embracing it. I honestly would love the thoughts on Michigan. I don't want to make threes. I don't want to make shots. I don't. I just want to win and shoot free throws and tell you don't work hard enough and flop. That's all I want. All I want.
Yeah. What percentage of Kentucky fans do you think heard this quote from Jeff Teague and were like, he's right?
Well, it's Jeff Teague, so zero. He's not. He doesn't know about Kentucky basketball.
He's not right.
he doesn't know about Kentucky. But I think they're thinking he doesn't know about Kentucky basketball.
Okay. Like, if you're a BBN outsider, you don't know anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
If Marcus Teague said this, not Jeff, would that
Marcus
hit
Teague
different?
did kind of say it though. That's the thing,
Well, I think a lot of Kentucky former players probably watched this and were like, this isn't Kentucky.
because those are Cal guys.
I mean, Pope also said it. He hit the podium and said, this is not the Kentucky standard. So I think everyone is sitting here agreeing that sucked.
It sucked losing, but also like this is the people coming out the woodwork who said like this roster is just not it's old, it's depth. There is like talent, but it's not what you're used to seeing.
Is there an NBA player on this team? Because we in the summer, didn't they say there were eight?
I
They
think
said they said Lowe would get there. Owe is a pro. JQ's undoubtedly a pro. Cam Williams is a pro. Jasper Johnson's a pro. Malachi Moreno's probably a pro. And one day Braden Hawthorne will be a pro. That was what it was billed as, seven pros
I
on this.
think there is one first round draft pick on this team,
Who?
and it's JQ.
We got to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so to wrap that up, subtract the one, leave the two. Zero NBA, zero first round draft picks played.
I mean, zero. Who's is always not getting drafted? I don't think
Yeah,
he's
he'll
not.
probably get. You don't think? Well, with how he's playing now, no.
He'll get a two-way. I don't think he was going to get drafted last year.
Yeah, so I mean, they have zero guys that I think. I mean, honestly, Malachi Moreno is probably their best draft prospect right now. That's
Jasper
playing.
Johnson is probably the prospect, but like he does not look like an NBA one and done at all.
No,
Even when he was on fire against Purdue, it was all like jump shotty.
yeah,
So yeah, I don't know. I think there's just like a dose of reality here that is along the lines of what Teague is saying. Of this team is not as talented as everybody said,
right,
but also talent isn't what you hired Mark Pope for. You
right.
hired him to coach up this team to be a championship caliber team.
You hired him to coach this team up to win and be a championship caliber team and beat Louisville. That was part of the sign up.
Well, he's 1 for 2.
50%.
Gonna win the batting title.